All right. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? It is the 19th of April, the day after tax season. We'll wait and see if anybody pops in. Maybe I'll get lucky and everybody will give me a break. I'll hang around for a little bit though. If you hear noises in the back, oh, there him is. There's my Jamesy boy. He is hanging out with his mama today. Hi, Mandy. Yay. That's great. I'm glad you're done with taxes. I mean, we're only in April, so obviously bookkeeping for this year isn't done. Are you up to date on all your books? Got a couple more people popping in. Hi, Green-Eyed Moose. So Green-Eyed Moose says, I bet you threw a party yesterday. No, I did not throw a party yesterday. Not only did I not throw a party yesterday, I'm not done yet. So I can't even throw a party today. I had 4 that were extensions that came in at the last minute. And then I have a couple people that I'm helping this week. So not party time yet. Mandy says her goal is to be better for next year. And that by the end of the month, to bet for this year. Hi, Heliana. You are welcome. I'm glad I was able to help you. Oh, so far it looks like the people that are here have gotten their taxes done for this year, so that's great. Yay! And I am so glad that you have that you can let go. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like, okay, that's not on my back anymore. As soon as that gets done, it makes your whole year better, because you know that you're good until next year, right? And each year it's easier to do, even if you have more streams of revenue and it's a bigger business. It gets easier to do because you are more aware of your business and your station, and so it just makes it better all around. You are welcome, Green-Eyed Moose. You are welcome. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to every one of my clients. I appreciate you. And thank you for those that have come, asked questions, and just you have helped me be a better accountant, a better tax accountant. You've helped me to think about your situations, open my mind to more situations and observations, and be able to bring you more just more information and more advice and more strategies. Let's see. Mandy says, thank you for all of your advice. I thought I'd need one-on-one, but I was able to sort it out. Yay, that's fantastic. I'm so happy for you. Hi, Rachel. Welcome. Glad to have you. So today isn't about taxes or anything in particular. If you have questions about the workbook, if you do have questions about taxes, I am kind of brain dead right now, so bear with me. And if you have questions just about accounting or your bookkeeping or business, let me know. I'm happy to try to help. You guys just want to chat? That's cool too. I'm up for whatever. Okay, so Rachel has questions about LT and taxes. Do you want to, there's the link if anybody wants to join in. If not, stick them in the chat and I will do my best to answer. Like I said, I'm a little brain dead. I'm really struggling today. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, sorry. I was trying to figure out, I know that I had it on YouTube and on here at the same time.
Yeah, if you just mute the YouTube, it's usually fine.
Yeah, sorry, I did. So I have a few questions. I, as you know, I just finished my 2021 taxes. I don't owe anything, so I'm actually getting money back, so it's not an issue. But I did have a few questions. It's mostly about where things go in OLT, like a couple of random things that you didn't necessarily mention exactly in the walkthrough, which, by the way, was amazing. It was so helpful. I actually had my iPad with the video up while I was on my computer on OLT, and I was pausing and going back and forth. So that was really super helpful.
That's awesome. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I felt very overwhelmed with it when I got to the end, so I wasn't really sure how helpful it was going to be.
Oh, it was very helpful.
Good.
So I just have a few small questions, and if other people have questions, I don't want to monopolize your time, but I figured if I have these questions, some other people might also have these questions, so it might be helpful.
Sure.
So I in the video you went over supplies, and I believe there was a section where you said that we should include our costs for getting the items to the customer. So shipping supplies, I guess packing materials and things like that, tape, whatnot. And then there's another section where I guess you put all of the other supplies. Unfortunately, when I didn't realize that was something that I needed to do separately. So I added them all together. I didn't separate them out. Do I need to go back and separate them, or can I just put them all in one place?
No, I wouldn't go back and separate them now, because ultimately it's dollar for dollar, and the fact that it's in a different category is okay. Your deduction's not going to be limited because it's in one versus the other.
Okay.
However, going forward, anything that you use that is an item that is anything to do with purchasing the inventory and getting the inventory from you to your customer is all part of that cost of goods section.
Okay.
So here's the reason why you want to separate those things. The cost of goods section is really our business. So whatever profit we make after we have, from our gross sales and just the cost of goods, the inventory purchases, the materials and supplies, and the platform fees, that's really our business. Everything else is the internal revenue code that we can use to our best benefit to reduce our tax burden.
Okay.
So that first profit, that's really and truly our business. And to look at that and say, okay, I spent this much money and I made this much money.
Right.
That's really, what we want to see. People will look at their net and like, I lost money, but did you?
Right.
But did you really?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're truly running our business well, then there's going to be a profit up there, and then we do everything we can to get rid of that
Right.
profit.
And I know that, and because I've done that, but I've been in that place before, and so like I get that. But I've never, because I've always sent my stuff to someone else. I didn't know if they never asked about separating that out, and I don't think that they necessarily did the taxes the way that you're recommending. For me, it always came out like I've never had to pay taxes for my business. I only paid taxes in the first year I was in business. And it was a small amount, and it was probably because I didn't take enough deductions. But I always have a lot of deductions. So, and even this year, I mean, for 2021, it actually came out that we're getting a refund, but then also, this will kind of bring me to my next question. When I got to the page where, um, you put all the office and home, I got a pop-up that said that I was at risk because basically I operated at a loss for 2021. And so like I was confused because I got this pop-up and then it didn't really let me add all of the office and home expenses. I probably should open OLT just so I can tell you exactly where that happened. But it was like a warning saying like you're at risk something. Have you seen that?
Mm,
Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, actually, I think I wrote it. Yeah, it says at risk. Okay, no, I didn't write it down. But yeah, so I didn't finish. I'm just gonna use my other computer because it'll be easier. But I didn't finish entering. I think the office and home because I got that like thing. So
okay, and you were doing the regular 8529, not the simplified method, right?
I think so, but let me double
And
check.
so long as you didn't check safe harbor.
No, that I know I didn't.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to find my OLT login. Hold on. Okay. But while I'm looking for that, well, maybe let me pull this up first, and then if somebody else has a question in the interim.
Nope, not so far.
Okay. I just don't wanna hog.
That's okay. Okay, so Mandy asked, what is that safe harbor? And to be honest, I don't have a good answer for you. Let's see. Safe harbor legislation. Nope, that's not it. Estimated tax payment safe harbor details. The IRS will not charge you an underpayment penalty if you pay at least 90% of the tax you owe for the current year or 100% of the tax you owe for the previous year. Let's see. What does it? So it's got something to do with adjusted gross income, and I mean, it's not going to apply to most people, or at least not most of my audience. But it ends up limiting some of the things that you can deduct. So just don't use it. So I'm sorry, I don't have a really good answer. I'd have to do more research than I can do right now and in my current mental capacity.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't remember where, remind me where I go to find that form. Oh, can I just do a search? What is it?
So if you are on the Schedule C page and you go to the very bottom, it's business use of home.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait, I just had it. Where'd it go? It's under deductions, right? Is it adjustments
Under
or-
income
oh, income. Okay. Hold on.
and then business.
Ah, here we go. Okay.
And then edit, and then at the very bottom.
Okay. So business use of home. Yeah. So business use of home, it says / at risk. And it says you cannot claim the same office using both simplified method worksheet and 8829. So maybe I did mark the wrong thing. What
It always says that.
it does?
Yes.
Okay. So I have the form. So I clicked simplified method, right? Is that correct? Okay.
No.
No. I want the other
Regular method.
regular method.
Yes.
Okay, that would be why. Okay. So let's see. Did you use our home office? Okay. So it says enter any activity name, enter any prior year losses, check here if you want to force form 85 to 82.
So if you had, is that the passive active? Hang on. Let me see if I can. I can't go to, right. I don't have any, I can't log into anything that is in, I can't remember any of the login information for the walkthrough, the 2 walkthrough accounts that I made. So let's see.
It says passive activity loss limitations.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't need that page. Continue and
okay. So save and continue, and then
right.
Schedule C, business information, material. Okay, gross receipts, depreciation, cost of goods sold.
Wait a minute. Where are you now?
Well, when I'm in the Schedule C, profit or loss from a business, that's where it took me.
You need to go down to the bottom to the
wait. Oh, why did it do that? Start. Okay.
Yes. Somehow or another you got out of.
I know. Do you need? Yes, I need to clean. Oh, I think maybe I had no clicked or something. Regular form. Save and continue. Did you? Oh, yes. Did you use your office? Oh, here we go. Okay. Yes. Ah, okay. So then here I enter the square footage.
Mm-hmm. The business part first and the regular house part second.
Oh, total area. Okay.
So while you're doing that, Green Eyed Moose says best practices keeping track of home office deductions, specifically ordinary and necessary repairs and improvements on our home. Example, new window AC unit. So best practice would be to keep track of all of those repairs and maintenance that are indirect expenses to the business. So anything that pertains to your whole home and property would be kept. Just keep like a running total, so you could keep track. You could just add all of it for the month. If you're using the workbook, feel free to add new lines in there. You can just highlight rows and move them down. If you need any help with that, let me know. So, if you have gas cutting, for example, or you wanted to do all yard maintenance and then just do it by month. So, snow removal and raking and grass cutting, and just have that each month for the line. If you, anything that is going to be a direct expense, like you painted your office space, you put new flooring in, you added new light fixtures to your business space, then stick that in the regular expenses. That way it's being counted during the year. Whereas the things that are in my home office calculator, the home office deduction portion, are things that you're only going to get a portion of. So I hope that made sense.
Okay, so real quick, so I'm in the part where it says business gain or lost, and then there's a thing here that says click or check here. Part of the income is from a place of business other than this home.
No.
Okay, then, and I don't have any issue then claiming this space as well. Okay, so so I don't enter anything there, right? Just
correct.
Okay, and then so enter the expenses, direct expenses. Oh, okay. So it's just this casualty losses, deductible mortgage interest.
Right. So now you've got 2 columns on that page.
Yeah.
All the left column is direct expenses. And that's what I was just talking about. So direct expenses. So you could put any direct expenses that pertained to your business there instead of on the regular Schedule C. I don't recommend it, but and then everything else that pertains to the whole property goes on the indirect side.
Okay. So, and I don't have any of these things, so I'm just gonna.
You have rent.
Yeah, I have rent. So, okay, so here, all right. So on this lower portion where it says enter expenses, so the indirect would be the rent for the whole house, right?
Correct. And your utilities for the whole house.
That's where it goes. Okay. So
Yep.
I'm not gonna now I know where it goes. I can, and then so then that brings me to so utility. Okay, so rent, utilities, any other expenses go here. Okay. I'm gonna come back to this because that leads me to my next question, and I don't want to do this while I have you, but so then I have the rent on this space, which is separate. And this is solely for business purposes. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I put it on that other form where it said business rent.
Rent or lease warehouse storage space.
Yes.
Yes.
That's okay. So then just to clarify, so the rent and utilities for this space and rent for storage unit would go there. Or is that separate? Okay.
Well, you put the utilities under utilities on the Schedule C, and then you would put the rent under the warehouse storage space.
Okay.
And then
the
rest of the house,
the
rest of the utilities would go on the form you're on now.
Sorry, you cut out for a second there. So the utilities, I have the utilities for the main house, which are its own utilities, would go on the home office form. And then the utilities for this space, which is a completely different. So tell me again where this one goes.
Under the utilities portion for that space goes under utilities under the Schedule C.
Okay.
And the rent for that space goes under rent or release warehouse storage space.
Okay. So
on the Schedule C. So if you're in OLT and you scroll down and it says car business auto car business expenses, that line, and you click enter or edit.
Oh, it's forcing me to put something in here. Oh, wait, let me go back.
Yeah, you got to put a 0 or something. But anyway, where the main screen is where you have all the different things, and
Yeah.
so there's one that's like car and other business expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Car business expenses. You click on that, and then that's where the warehouse and the supplies and the utilities and all the rest of this.
And this, like the storage unit rent would go there?
Yeah, all will go in there.
Okay. All right. What, you know what? I'll have to actually physically look for it to make sure I'm doing it in the right place. But I would also assume, because I remember and this was one of my other questions, in your walkthrough, you talked about parking fees and tolls under auto. Now, I only kept track of the amount that was for my business. So I was a little unclear as to whether or not that line item was for all the expenses for parking and tolls, or just the ones associated to business, because that's the only one I kept track.
Just the ones that were associated to business.
Okay, that's what I thought. And so then to go back, so my shipping fees would go in that other the expenses associated with the business that we were talking about at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So like
that would go. I'm actually in my video because I was like, well, shoot, let me just go see if I can find the.
Yeah. Okay.
Schedule C. Okay. I wish it was easier to move forward like it does on your phone when you double click.
Oh, I know.
Computer. All right, so
expenses and losses, carryover expenses.
Schedule C. Frame. Yep, it's playing. I have it muted, so I can't. I'm not going to listen to myself. Okay, hold on. Pause. All right. I want to share my screen, and at least I think I'm going to. All right, am I back now?
Yeah.
Okay, so business and vehicle expenses. So this is as soon as you click Schedule C and come in, this is the first screen you see. And then you go in, you start entering your business information, all material, all the way down. So we were just in business use of home at risk.
Okay.
So business and vehicle expenses, that's where in there, one of the two, there's 2 pages in there. And one of those 2 pages is where your storage and your rental place would go, your utilities is in there, regular supplies is in there. All your normal categories are in that section.
So the utilities, I'm on that page now. So the utilities for this space would go here.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, your phone and your internet
would go. Yeah, I think I put that. Oh wait, that goes. Oh, why isn't that here?
Under utilities in there.
It goes under. Oh yes, I did put that in. So yes, the cell phone and internet. Okay. And my husband and I share one phone plan.
Right.
So I cut it in half, or use the whole thing.
Sure. If you both have new phones and the bill is exactly the same on both sides, I mean, if if you got a new phone and he didn't, then your bill's going to be more. So you just have
Yeah,
to.
that's what I know. I was trying to figure that out, and I can't, like, I have to, like, Verizon doesn't separate it on the app, and I can't get into my
This is
online
us.
account. So all I can see is the total, because I had to get a new phone before he did. So I'll have to figure
I
that out.
have it all in my app.
Well, my only it shows because when I looked, it just showed like the full amount. It didn't show like just the phone plan versus the cost for the phone.
My video is lagging and it's driving
Yeah.
me nuts. So I can go in the app and I can click on my portion where it says like or my phone number or my name, because I have 4 people on my account. And I can pull up my like the things that pertain strictly to my number. Then the other stuff I just divide between 4 people. So for you the other stuff you would just divide between the 2 of you.
Now, my husband also uses his phone for business. Um, can he claim?
Is he doing a Schedule C?
So that's where things get kind of hairy, and I may have to talk to you offline about this because I don't know what they were doing before.
Okay,
Um,
so let me just say really quick. If he is a W-2 employee working from home,
yeah.
then the IRS quit allowing those employees to take home office expenses of any kind.
Okay. Yeah, because in the past, like when we first got married, he was itemizing everything because we had more itemizations than standard deductions. And even though he's a W-2 employee, it's very strange. He's like contract, like so he was able to claim office and home and all that other stuff in the past. And then of course, when they increased the standard deduction, we didn't have enough deductions to go over that. So he stopped keeping track of all that. But like, I didn't know if he could still claim the office and home because he does work out of the house a lot. And we always claimed it in the past, but based on what you're saying, no.
Right. Yeah, he would have based. I understand what you're saying, and it used to be that way that you could claim unreimbursed employee expenses on your itemized on your Schedule A.
Yeah.
But most people don't get enough deductions to do a Schedule A anymore.
Right.
So yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do it now. And I'm a lot of people are being encouraged to speak with their companies and see if they can come up with an agreeable way of becoming contractors for their company. Because then you could in effect get a raise. You wouldn't do it like this is my hourly rate now and this is my hourly rate then. You wouldn't do equal to equal. You would have to get a raise in order to compensate for things that you get as an employee.
Yeah. I mean, he works for a huge studio corporation, so that he works for Warner Brothers, so that he's not he's not getting any kind of special treatment. They have thousands of employees, so okay, that's fine. And then I had I had this is kind of random. I had a question about well, I have 2 more questions about, so I pay sales tax on some sales that I make outside of the platform. So like I collect sales tax from my customers and then I pay that sales tax to, you know, the government.
Right.
um so I so that income is pretty much all from Square. So I use Square to do my credit card processing for that. So when I do my income, I put in, the income that shows up on Square for that. And the taxes are in there. So like, I mean, I can see how much the taxes are. So I guess my question to you is, do I leave the taxes in for the gross and then take them out someplace else? Or do I deduct them and just put in the gross as like the amount I collected plus the Square fees?
What do you get a 1099?
From Square? I haven't, no.
Okay, so I would deduct it from the gross and put the difference in as my gross, unless I got a 1099 from them and they included it in my gross. If they included it in my gross, then I would put it in as an expense that you were because that's not your money, right?
Right.
But generally speaking, and Posh is not included in this, generally speaking, the 1099 is not going to include the sales tax that was collected.
I mean, I may get a 1099. Actually, no, because my income for that year was under 20,000, so I didn't get a 1099 from them. I just go in and I run a report for the year so I can see, and they break it down really thoroughly on the report. So it's like it shows the total amount collected, and then it shows the sales tax, the fees, any returns or discounts I gave, the amount that was actually paid out to me, which includes the sales tax, because I then have to go to remit the sales tax. So, to the state. So I guess so you said I should take that out and then I don't need to put it on the form.
Hang on just a second. Let me.
Okay.
So I'm just pulling up a Schedule C. So you could put how about use a miscellaneous expenses. Keep it as part of your stuff. Use a miscellaneous expenses. It would go under other expenses.
Okay.
So
And then add a line item for it.
Yep. So
Okay.
if you're in OLT, you would actually click other expenses.
Yeah, I did that, and I had because I always have way more than what it shows.
And then and put sales tax collected to remit, or remitted sales tax to state or something like that.
Okay.
So that way there's nothing being hidden. Everything is accounted for.
Okay. So okay. So I just went all the way through just to get out of the Schedule C, and I am getting this warning that says the Schedule C business is showing a loss, but you have not completed the at-risk section. Please edit or revise the section labeled as business of use.
Right. So I don't know why it does that, but if you go back into home office expense deduction, click back through that, you'll see the screen that says all of my investment is at risk. But for whatever reason, it's been glitching, and the same thing has been happening to me. I'll
Okay.
see it.
So I don't need to worry.
I'll see that pop up, and I'll have to go back through it. When I go back through it, the box will be checked, and then it just save and continue.
Okay.
But just go back through it one more time, and it'll be checked.
Okay. I'm not going to worry about it then. And then I think you already answered this question. So my renters and earthquake insurance would be under a indirect expense on the home office portion, right? Okay.
Correct. My video lagging is driving me nuts.
I know it's the audio is okay, but the video is, I'm getting it on my end too. It is really annoying. So I'm trying not to look at the picture and just listen to the audio because I think the audio is not lagging.
Now, it doesn't
Oh,
seem like the audio is lagging, so I'm trying not to look at the picture because I feel like I'm watching one of those.
I know, like a silent movie.
Not the silent movie, and I'm trying not to be politically incorrect here, but like a kung fu or
Oh yeah.
movie where
A dubbed movie. Okay, I just have two other small questions. I think you already answered this for me, but like, and maybe I shouldn't put this on the record, but tradesy,
okay,
I had very small amount of income from tradesy, but I can't go in and look at any of the, I
right,
can't
because
see the fees, I
you went
can't
out
see
of
any of
business.
that because it's gone. Do I put it in? Do I leave it out?
Yeah.
I mean, I could kind of back out of it, which is what I did. Like I looked at what was paid to me and I could just figure out what the gross more or less was. Their fee structure was really bizarre.
Okay,
Um,
so if you know what was paid to you, then that's the net,
okay,
not including any of the. Just use that.
just use the net. Okay. It's
Yeah.
not much. It's only like $1,900 or something. It's like a very small amount. Okay. So, oh, and then my last question was regarding the stimulus payments. For because I got a box thing that said, did you receive stimulus payments? And there was like a line that said, like, did you receive the full amount? And let me see if I can find this. I want to say it was like under. Gosh, I
That
can't
was for your
remember.
21, right?
Yeah, so it's because I'm still in 2021. Um, we received two payments, but like it kind of looked like the box was like saying you weren't eligible or something. But like we did receive it because they based it on the prior year's tax returns. Um, and my husband has since gotten a promotion and a raise. So like I didn't understand what the question was asking and how to answer it correctly.
Well, there is it's the link that I just put in the chat. I don't know if it actually works or not, but there's a way to check and see if you got all of your payment or not. And if it says no longer available.
No, and I'm pretty sure we did. We got the full amount. But like it was weird the way it was worded on the tax return. And I couldn't like I'm just trying to remember where it was exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. If you got it all, then that's all that it's trying to do is make sure that you got all of the stimulus that you were owed.
Okay, so we don't like we wouldn't have to like claim it or something,
Oh,
right?
no.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna worry. I think that's it. Let me see. I think I know the answer to this question as well. Regarding like small office furniture, like desks, chairs, things like that. I know that it's possible to put them on the depreciation and depreciate them. I'd rather take them as just a total purchase in the year they were purchased. So that would just go under supplies.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
If it's a large, and I mean a large purchase, then 179 deduction is the way to do it, not
Right.
depreciate it.
Yeah.
For those little bitty things like that that are really negligible, yeah, supplies
Yeah, I
is
mean, it's just
fine.
like I
Under
bought a
the
printer, I bought a desk chair, I bought like some shelving or something. But it was again, it was a small amount altogether. It wasn't like
right.
okay. All right. I think those are all of my questions. Um The only other one I had was, and you kind of already answered this for me, but like, I in the past, I'm pretty sure I filed two separate Schedule Cs for my two separate businesses. And I know that you said that I don't really have to do that. And as I was going through, I thought, because I thought I was already showing a loss, that it would just be better to lump them all into one. Um, I think in general, I think I even ended up mostly showing a loss on that as well, on my jewelry business. So I just spent more than than I made, like in supplies and things like that. So in inventory. So I did just put it all together, and then like where it said um, uh, like what your business was, I put like e-commerce or whatever slash jewelry artist. So I don't know if I should take that out or like,
I
um,
mean, I would just, the code that I have written down is just for used merch retailer, which I know your jewelry business isn't, but like my business isn't only used merch retailer either, but
right.
that's the code that I use.
Okay. And what was the code again? Do you have that handy? Because
459510.
459.
510.
Okay. Because in your video, you gave a different code. So I was
And
like,
that code was good for last year. So
okay.
for 2021, it's the shoot. For yeah, whatever I had in the video was correct for 2021.
Oh, so I should use that code to file the 2021 and use this code for 2022?
Yes, it changed.
Okay. I'll have to go back and find that then. I don't remember if I put it. I think I might have put it in.
I want to say. Oh, hang on. I can.
It's under what is it under? It's under like business information or something.
Hang on, I can look right here. It's on my taxes for last year. 454111.
Yeah, 454,111. Where is that on? Where do I put that in?
It's at the top of the Schedule C. It's in one of the first two blocks that you have to edit. Like business information, I think.
Yeah, that's why am I not seeing that now? Navigating this is a little bit confusing. That is my only gripe with it.
And it's not confusing if you have all of your information together and you go through it one step
I
at a
know,
time.
and you said that, but like I didn't for 2021. I will for 2023. Is it under my? No, it's not under my info, right? Where is it? No.
So if you go back to business and go in and edit your Schedule C, or go in and edit your business information, where I closed out the
Oh,
I
here we
closed
go.
out the
Okay.
YouTube.
Wait, no, business income or loss. So why am I not seeing that page? I'm super confused right
Yeah,
now.
business income or loss, click edit.
Oh, okay, there. Oh, all right.
And then one of the top two things, so business information or the next one down, one of those top two boxes that or lines that you
Here we go.
edit.
Okay, I put in the one you said on the form, 454,111. Okay, so you think I should remove the jewelry and just leave in? So, online sales is the general field or activity.
Yes.
Okay.
For 2021.
Right.
They got a little more specific for 2022.
Oh, okay. How specific do I have to be under the product or services offered? What do they want there?
You don't have to be real specific, just, I think I just put, because the code for this year was used merch retailer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just put both, I put the same thing in both boxes.
Like pre-owned goods or something?
Yeah, I mean, I literally think I put used merch retailer in both boxes.
Oh, I see. Okay. So can I do the same thing for 2021 or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think that's all the questions I have for you. I think I may shoot you one or two as I finish it up. Oh, and I know you mentioned that I could either like print off a copy or like send you a PDF just to give a quick um look
Sure.
at to make sure that it's correct.
Right. I mean, if you want to do that, I will do a Dropbox so that because I don't want you to email it to me. It's got too much personal information on it.
Okay.
So just shoot me a message and I'll set you up a Dropbox.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I can get off of here now.
Well, I don't think we've had any other questions. Nobody else has asked anything. Everybody's probably tired of taxes.
Oh, if I leave the studio, it will stop the lagging probably. Oh,
I've just been having internet issues, so I don't know.
okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna hop off anyway.
All right, Rachel.
I'll let you know if I have any other questions. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I don't think it's helping the lagging. So it's driving me nuts. Yeah, I can't seem to make it not lag. So if there's no questions that pop up pretty quickly in the chat, then I'm just going to call this one because I am tired of looking like the video is being dubbed. Okay, well, thank you everyone that has come out today. Thank you, Rachel, for your questions, because I'm sure if you had the questions, then other people will come along and they will have had the questions also. I am going to be doing this every Wednesday at noon for 1 hour. So it's not limited to just taxes. So taxes, accounting, bookkeeping, the workbook questions, this is the time to ask. Not in the reseller Nirvana group, because there's over 2,500 people in that group, and not everybody has the workbook. Daniel, I wish I could go take a nap, but my work is not done yet, so I can't do that yet. I would love to. My poor puppy back here does not feel well today. That's why he's in here, and I think he would like me to come take a nap with him too. But thanks for coming. I appreciate you all, and you know where to find me. And with that being said, I will see you guys. The accounting call tomorrow in the group. So if you're in the reseller Nirvana group, then I will see you tomorrow for the long call. And otherwise, I will see you back here next week. All right. Have a good one. Thanks for coming. Bye.